Good evening to Mr. Ruben Arumugam, CEO of MyInspire.my. I am Jilega Manoharan, your from Sabah Chinese High School, your moderator for today's session. Welcome, and finally we are in the last day of Buncee Week in Malaysia. It's a great welcome we bring to you in this event. I would like to congratulate all of the viewers that finally we're going to end the program in a few more hours. So we would like you all to join us a week, but finally we are already in the last day of the program. Buncee event in Malaysia where educators across the globe will be sharing their experiences and strategies for enhancing student management along with innovative teaching practices management that you can bring back to your class. This session will help you learn how to use Buncee for remote, blended, or flipped instruction and beyond. Without further ado, let me introduce our head of the program, Miss Eda. She is the strategy manager at Buncee. She is passionate about improving access to quality education and engaging students in the STEM field, especially for underserved communities worldwide. Prior for Buncee, she has worked in the public sector conducting scientific research and analysis, including the National Science Foundation as well as the Earth University at Columbia, New York. So here I would like to welcome
All right.
Well, and I'll let the word to her to carry on the session. Hi, Miss Eda.
Hi. Hello. Selamat Petang, Malaysia. Welcome back to our last day of Buncee Week here in Malaysia. I'm really excited to be joining you all today. So if this is your first time joining us for the week, it is our last day, but my name is Ida Jimenez, and I have the absolute honor and privilege at Buncee to be able to collaborate with different educators across the world to really start thinking about different ways that we can make learning fun and engaging for our students. And so this week is a true celebration of just learning for everybody across the world, where our ambassadors or our community members are actually sharing different ideas, best practices, and strategies that hope to help you as educators bring back, just different, innovative, awesome, creative ideas that will help support your kids, especially in this new world of education that we find ourselves in. And so with that, before we get started with the official last day of the program, I just want to reiterate a few different things for you all to keep in mind. So this is, again, held in partnership with our dear friends at Inspire.my. So I want to share my absolute thanks, especially now that this is the last day of the program, for all of the support that our community has, and also all of the support that we're hoping to be able to bring you because of this partnership with Inspire.my. And so with that, just as a big reminder here, if you have not yet applied your special extended access code for being part of this program, please do so by July 30th, 2020. This will be able to give you a free extended access to your Buncee subscription so that as you've tuned in throughout the week, you'll be able to bring back all of those different strategies and apply it to your own practices in the classroom. So I just wanted to reshare the special extended access code that you have access to in partnership with Inspire.my for this program. And before we really get settled with the different giveaways, I really wanted to reshare some of the different activities that we have in mind for you for this week. So if you've been tuning in throughout the week, you already probably know the session selfie giveaway. So this is your last chance to partake in today's giveaway for the session selfie. So again, the idea behind this conference is that our hope is to be able to share different practices that you can take back as educators to your classroom. So as part of this giveaway, what we're doing is encouraging you to not just take a selfie, with us throughout the session and with our amazing presenters, but at the same time, share it on social with an idea that you've learned so that you can actually share your understanding with the world beyond us. And so for this giveaway, feel free to take a photo of the session itself as well as having you in it. and share one idea with your post on Twitter about something that you've learned, but be sure to tag Buncee as well, hashtag Buncee Malaysia, so we could follow you along the journey. But at the last part is also tag 3 different friends so that they can also see the different ideas that you're learning, so that you can also grow and connect with one another. And so in that instance, we'll be sharing 2 last giveaway winners for this. And so as a part of this giveaway, again, if you're new to this session, what it will be is a full subscription to Buncee for Schools for up to 5 different educators at your school. And then at the same time, it'll be able to support you and all of your students that you serve. So please do partake in this giveaway. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what cool photos that everybody's going to share, and also the different ideas that you've been able to learn as part of the whole entire event. And then we have a number 2 giveaway, because obviously this is the last day, so we've got to, talk a little bit more about who we are. So as you've been all tuning in for throughout the week, our hope has been to be able to start to learn and connect and grow with one another. And so, as part of the giveaway that we've mentioned, starting on day 4, we've been encouraging you all to create different about me buncees, so that as you share it on social media, other people will get to see who you are, learn about the different ideas and also your different interests, and then at that point we'll be able to connect and learn with one another. And so with that, I know a few folks have actually been sharing their about me buncees. So I'll give a quick moment to share a few of the different ones that I came across on Twitter. But for this giveaway, you still have time to partake in it. So we'll be picking 5 lucky winners who will get a little gift card for participating. But as part of this giveaway, you have time. We'll pick it in the next 2 hours. But in any case, create a Buncee about yourself. Share your different interests, what you're interested to learn, and some of the different ideas that you've been taking away, and post it onto Twitter. Be sure to tag Buncee at the hashtag Buncee Malaysia, and also tag 3 different friends so that they'll be also able to learn a little bit more about you as well as, your country. And so let me just take a quick moment to share a few examples that we've come across from the community. So I thought I'd highlight this one as one of the examples. I came across it just this morning, but it's done by Sumiko. I thought it was such a beautiful about me Buncee. And I love how creative Sumiko got with this. She put the different stickers, the animations, but she took it to another level. As you could tell, she actually made 13 pages of about herself. But it's exactly what we were hoping for, where everyone can actually just share a little bit more about themselves, get creative as much as you'd like, and also just help people, get to know who you are, so that as we grow as a community, especially beyond this entire week, you'll also be able to connect and also share different experiences with one another. So this is just a few different pages in this about me Buncee. So I love how creative that you got, Sumiko. So thank you for sharing it with us. Another one I just wanted to quickly share was by one of our Buncee ambassadors, actually, Linda Edwards. So she's based in Canada, but I love her approach to sharing about herself. So in Sumiko's example, she shared just different interests that she has, but here Linda also shared different highlights about her career. So she shared the different badges that she's earned, and all of the different tools that she also has in her toolkit. So I love this because it's a great way for other educators to find other people that know a lot about different tools that maybe you're also looking to learn about. So I thought this was another great example. And so the last part of that giveaway was also about global collaboration. So we've been encouraging you not just to be able to now share about yourself, but also about the countries that you come from. So thank you to everyone who's been contributing. I saw that there have been new posts in it, so I'll take a quick go through. But we've had somebody share about Croatia, so this is amazing. I mean, I love the fact that we're all coming from different countries and just sharing about one another. And then the next one is actually from Argentina, and our presenter today is actually from Argentina too. And then we have another one from Italy. So I love the diversity that we're seeing as part of this event. So thank you so much to everyone for sharing about yourself as well as the countries that you come from. And so with that, just to reiterate, we'll be picking 5 lucky winners for sharing your about me buncees as well as about your country buncees. So please feel free to share a little more on social if you'd like to partake. You have about 2 more hours before we pick the winners for it. And then lastly, we did have our Record Your Buncee feedback video. So we've announced it throughout the week, where if you share your video about your feedback on Buncee and more so about all of the different ideas that you're planning to take back and implement in your classroom, we'll be sharing your video on today's broadcast. And we'll be showing it later at the end of the session. So thank you so much to everyone who participated. And because it's the last day, I thought I'd actually throw one more giveaway. So we've made it to day 6, where a lot of our educators have shared about Buncee across different subject areas. So it includes STEM, we talked about literacy, we talked about making learning accessible, and at the same time, we also talked about how to actually nurture a sense of community and belonging for our classroom so that our students can feel engaged and involved. And so throughout this entire week, we've covered a lot of different features about Buncee, but there is a lot to the tool itself. So just to give you guys a little pop quiz here, I wanted to give one last giveaway. So if you take a screenshot of this page, my question for you all is that if you've been tuning in throughout the week, and now that you've started to dive into the platform, creating your Buncees and really exploring the tool, I wanted to ask, what other features, now that you've been able to explore the tool, have you not learned about during the session? And so this is just a little fun pop quiz to see if you've, been able to take away some other new thoughts about Buncee. But on the page itself, you notice that these are different features that are on the platform. But there's what's it called? There's 8 different features we actually didn't speak about in detail or cover in at least a little part. So I'm asking everybody, if you take a screenshot of this, and also tell me, what features you did not see covered in this session. There's 8 of them on this page. You'll be a lucky winner and you'll get a full subscription to a Buncee Classroom account. So feel free to join in our little pop quiz. Tell me about the 8 features that you know that we didn't cover throughout this week, and you'll be able to get your Buncee Classroom subscription. And so with that, my last sort of takeaway here is that I want you all to remember that as we come to learn and grow with one another, you're also going to get your certificate for participating throughout this week. So you will be able to expect a personalized certificate, including your name, the session that you participated in, as well as the date for the session itself. And you will get this by the end of the conference, which is today. And I know that if you have not received the others due to, maybe not getting in your inbox, maybe due to spam or so, feel free to simply just send me an email. I know some folks have been doing so already. So with that, I just want to also end with, thoughts about beyond this conference, because right now we're at the end of this, right? And we are coming out with different ideas and strategies. So the big question is, what do you do hereafter? If you want to continue learning and if you want to continue growing, especially with our community, I really wanted to just share some upcoming learning opportunities that are ahead of you. So again, on August 26th, we have this as confirmed. We're about to share a little bit more about it, but if you are from the Middle East and speak with an Arabic language, you'll be able to partake in our Buncee Community Day, where our ambassadors are also sharing their experiences and understanding in the Arabic language. So if sessions like this are challenging because you might not be able to participate in English, feel no worry. You can also participate on August 26th. And then last but not least, we do have our follow-up event, which is on August 3 to 5. Where 30 plus educators will also be sharing their ideas, their strategies, especially for remote and blended learning across different subject areas on our events. So you could register for that on the screen right over here. It's events.buncee.com. And last but not least, I did want to just reiterate the thoughts behind or beyond Buncee Week in Malaysia. So a lot of our ambassadors have been coming to us to really want to also share in their local languages. So if you are interested, we're actually having a few different ambassadors sharing in different parts of the world. If you're interested to participate across India, we have Preeti and actually Sumedha, who is also joining in today's session. They'll be sharing out in India. And then at the same time, we'll be having something in the Middle East. Like I said, if you're interested to participate, in other sort of local events, feel free to contact me at edc@buncee.com. And with that, I'm excited to officially share welcome us to our official session today. And so for today's session, I'm really excited about this topic because I think it's so important and timely for where we are in education. But today's topic is really focused on global collaboration. And it'll be presented by three different amazing educators across the globe. So one of which is Maria Giavedoni, who is from Argentina. She is an English as a second language educator. So she'll be sharing her experiences, especially with using Buncee to collaborate on a global scale as well as a local scale. At the same time, I'm excited to share about Preeti Kanthake, who's also from India, and she'll be sharing her experiences using Buncee in a resource constrained location. So thinking about how do we engage students, in this new tech world that we find ourselves in, without them having access to maybe strong internet or devices. And so she'll actually be sharing best practices that you could take away for if you're a resource constrained location. And at the same time, in similar note, our last presenter is also Go Ming. He's from Malaysia, so it's a fun local here, but he'll also be sharing a similar capacity of how he's used it for some of the under served schools that he's worked with in a rural location. And so with that, I'm really excited to welcome our three different presenters for today. And starting with Go, out here from Malaysia. So Go, I'm really excited to have you share your background and experiences. And with that, let me leave you to it.
Thank you, Ada. Hi from Malaysia. Thank you, Ada, for this golden opportunity, and thank you, Mr. Robin, the CEO's Inspire.com. My sorry. All right. Thank you for everything. Selamat sejahtera daripada Malaysia. There are so many Malaysian educators and other educators from across the globe. All right. Thank you for everything. Today, I would like to show how we call that. I would like to share some what I have did with my kids during the MCO. We call like remote learning during the movement control orders. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen and wait for a minute. All right. Okay. And let me okay. Let me restart it. Okay. A brief introduction about myself. My name is Go. You can just call me Go. Full name's Go Kok Ming. I'm a primary mathematics teacher and currently serve at Perak, Malaysia. I'm come from one of the under enrolled school, which means my school is only consists of 24 students per school, and my school consists of various races. For your information, Malaysia it consists of Malays, Chinese, and Indians mainly, and other races, Iban, Bidayu, and so on. Then, as the A Asia called Malaysia Turi Asia. All right, here is me, and I'm apologize for today. I couldn't show my real face today because due to my webcam malfunctions. All right, okay. In short, let me introduce myself a little bit with my video. Okay, hands on. Selamat sejahtera dan salam perkenalan. Nama saya Cikgu Go. Okay, sorry about that because this video have to done in the BM. Okay, it's a bit like I'm using the Buncee. Okay, I'm using Buncee to introduce myself. If whenever I go, because like these apps facilitate me and make my works more easier, then I share everything, share my keys, share these apps, and share the link to others so that they can access to my video and they know me better. And here is up next some link here so they can access what I did with my student, the webinars that I did, and so on. Okay, here little bit about me, and you can see here this is my school, a very small school in Perak, but yeah, they consist of very amazing students there. All right, so next. Okay, as mentioned by Ada, actually during the MCO, like most of us knows, like due to COVID-19, most of the schools are closed tentatively due to the pandemic, right? Due to the pandemic. And during this remote time, during this remote learning period, I discovered this app, this platform, this amazing platform. So I like come in flash of inspiration. So that I created a challenge that consists of 14 days, which students have to do different tasks and answer different quiz. At the weekends, they have to come up with some STEAM or STEM project. Okay, here is one of the things that I share with my students. All right, like for example, Buncee math class on which day? Because today I just make it up with a new, how we call that, a new slide. So how are you? Welcome back to school. Please complete your task as below and share your progression by me with love. Purposely I said it that with love. Actually, it's not with love because they are giving them many tasks to do. So when the student get this, they access the link given. They will come to the April challenge. For your information, I create this April challenge due to second phase of Malaysian MCO. Okay, so we created like uh, dual language. So it's mainly in Mandarin and Malay. This is a 14-day challenge. So we started from 1st of the April until the 15th of April. In For each day, they have to complete some task, a simple task. For example, here we have some video for them, the video that I created. Like later on, I will show you the videos and some quiz. That I embed the link inside the Buncee. So Buncee will become the one-stop center for my students so that they can gather all the information. They just click on this link, they can access and they know their progressions. Because after the one day, for example, after the 1st of the April, then I will activate the link for the second days. Then I will activate the link for third day and so on. So that they will keep their progressions, they will know, and then this once they help me to engage my students and keep my students learn so that I know their progressions and I know they are doing their jobs. Okay, for example, and at the first response they give me, they say, oh, wow, teacher, this is so amazing because like everything like they can animate and so on. And the parents give me the good positive comments and responses by saying that this helped them to like keep everything in touch. Okay, for example, here I will link it. From here actually I can link to the passes given, or maybe they, because like we due to different devices and different internet connection, right? So here I put it up, purposely put it up at a link to the PDF form so they can access from here, and then they will keep progressing. Click on the link to show what they can do. For example, you may see here Wednesday they have to do their works, Thursday have to do, Friday have to do. When it comes to Saturday and Sunday, they have some like fun station. They have to do some easy stems works. I rename it like easy stem station. After that, they give me some inspiration and some ideas. They set up a show. We call it them DIY stem show, and then they film it up and post it on the link. Okay, for example, to keep my life more easier, I share the what we call that. I share the like the videos that I use in free, like the free videos across the platform. I use it. I embed on the PDF and the Buncee so that the student can access it. They can learn more from here. For example, we can do like max art, gaming your way with Minecraft, paper tower, hour of code. They love it. You may see go you are like go is my I am a max teacher, but at the same time also I also integrating the STEM concept and STEM projects to my kids so that they won't feel bored during the MCO time, because Malaysian have been MCO for 80 days. It's quite challenging from the kids, especially at the rural areas. They found it like bore some like something, right? So actually I need to find something to spice up their lives, to keep them engaged, keep them connected, and keep them learning. So that I found it out like this Buncee giving me another alternative for me to carry on, to move on, and to motivate them. All right. And then after they do, they're like satsang the first day, and then they complete their tasks, they complete their missions on the last day. Then I will give them some prize, maybe like batches, maybe after the school, after the MCO, I will treat them KFC or a McDonald's and something like that. They love it. Because I do the area, they don't have such thing in their life. They don't have such thing. They don't have so many opportunity to have a dine in the KFC or in dine in McDonald's. They don't have. So it's a kind of a motivation to them to complete the 14 days. And hereby, when they come down to the Buncee, they like, okay, everything in touch, everything in here. So they were challenged to each other. Okay, back to the slide. After this, we actually will I would like to show you some of the videos that I did to them, and some homework they did for the STEM project by using Minecraft Education Editions. Okay, hereby I would like to show the first video that I did. Okay, but in Bahasa Malaysia, in our national
Selamat
language,
sejahtera,
like something
selamat
like
kembali
this.
kepada kelas Cikgu Go. Hari ini kita akan sama-sama pergi ke satu tempat yang sangat special. Okay? Baik, hari ini dia nak kata hai atau bahasa dia apa?
Okay, this is a kind of a short video that I did, and I share to them so that they know, okay, actually this teacher are doing something for them. Okay, and then this is the homework that they did. They share to me, they record it themselves, they share to me, and then I purposely I set it up, I combine it together. So here is the videos.
I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we can be true, we can be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love we both feel, that we both feel.
All right, here is some videos that they did. They did like some interior design by using the Minecraft. Actually, we app smashing Buncee and Minecraft together so that we keep everything like more easier in arranged systematically. Okay, all right. Okay, then after they finish all the things, after they finish up, they started to like we are keep on going, we keep on going. And for this month, we have started our another 14 days challenge with STEM and SMAX. So it's kind of like it's a flash of inspirations. Like we can use Buncee to do some like STEM challenge and have fun with our kids. Okay, this is my and a brief idea from me, and I have certainly have another ideas to use Buncee with my student and bring Buncee into my classroom by using like we can do Buncee escape room. Yeah, we can do a Buncee escape room so that we every day we can give them after they finish their job, after they finish their task, they show us their progressions, and then we can give them the codes, or maybe like we can give them the password so that they can access to another Buncee, another slide. So after that, they can do the task given in another slide. So the idea is go on until end of the challenge. So I will next things I will comes to like I will set up a virtual escape room and I would like to try it out with my kids. Okay, that's all from me. I think I will pass the floor to back to the Ada. Thank you, Ada, for everything. Thank you. I'm new here, and your guys are amazing. Your guys are amazing educators, and I keep on your guys are sharing and retweeting the like the twitters about the Buncee and so on. Thank you for everything. Have a nice day. Ada, now is your floor.
Yes, thank you so much, Go. That was amazing. I'll apologize for the internet challenges. I know that we're all in just different locations, and so bandwidth is an issue. So rest assured, you'll also get a copy of Go's presentation as well hereafter. But thank you so much, Go. I love the fact that you've been able to bring Buncee into, a smaller classroom setting, especially in a rural environment. But at the same time, you yourself, in a remote learning capacity, have been able to really figure out different ideas and creative ways for you to be able to engage your students, even with all of those constraints around you. So honestly, thank you for sharing your experiences with us.
Welcome. Sorry for the internet connectivity. It's quite challenging here because my town is namely rain town in Taiping, in one of the town in Malaysia. It's well known for rains. Every day is raining at the same time, so it's quite challenging for my internet connectivity. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Ada, for
No
everything.
worries.
Yeah.
And all of the insight you gave has been amazing. And so with that, I'm excited to share our next presenters. So both Maria and Preeti will be joining in to share their experiences. And we'll be starting off with Maria, who is based out in Argentina, like I had mentioned. And so Maria is an amazing educator who I am so inspired by. One, because she really has been a connector of people, but two, she really makes a concerted effort to just share her experiences and knowledge about, just different tools. And so with that, Maria, I'm really excited for you to share about your experiences with global collaboration, both on the teacher scale as well as for your students. And so let me pass you the floor.
Hello, everybody. Well, I hope you're really well. It's a pleasure to connect with you all. Well, and first of all, telling all of you the importance of working with collaboration, yes, to give students access and integrate to the world. It doesn't matter the resources you have, as I always say, there is always a way, yes, to give the opportunity for equality of education to all of them. This is important thing. And before showing you what we have been working on, also I wanted to tell you, yes, that maybe you feel a bit disappointed because you don't have the resources, but you can cope with. I also work in private institutions, but also public ones. And I teach many teachers, and it's possible also to work with that, just with a laptop that you bring yourself, with the mobile phones, providing internet, yes, and it's possible, yes, because in some of schools where we didn't have all the resources, and even that, we connected over 40 countries, yes, and it was possible for them, and it's an experience that students will never forget about, yes, and it will make a change in the world also. Well, first, I'm going to show you a bit about what we have been working on, mainly on sustainable goals that I consider them important because students can develop critical thinking and they can reflect on what's happening in their communities and also around the world. We have been using Buncee. In fact, in some school, just with my own laptop, they managed to work on this, and we did different activities. This is one of the projects that is called No More Hunger, that we have been working on. And what the students did were to work on presentations and also on digital dictionaries. First, I'm going to show you some examples. The first one, well, is related to vocabulary. It's about farm animals. Here, what students did was to write the terms, find pictures, and in some cases, they gave their voice to. Also, as I teach English as a second language, we profited from the immerse reader there. So I don't know if you have pay attention to this tool, but you can click there and students can listen and practice the pronunciation if you teach a second language, and also you are provided a translation. Well, these are some for animals. We work with the concepts there. Then another one was about vegetables. That I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you also some presentations that they created. Also, well, Buncee gave them the opportunity to develop their creativity. Students were free to work on, and here where we have some concepts, they chose the pictures, and then they put a banner themselves. You have many possibilities. We can see animations, QR codes, stickers. You can even draw. Well, some of these are the digital dictionaries. Also, well, other countries collaborated with us and made their own digital dictionaries. For example, this one is by Bosnia. And also students presented their work, and you can also give a comment there and have a sort of communication within the presentation too. This is one of the presentations about no more hunger, where they work with the concept, the cycle. The aims, yes, as you can see, the cycle of hunger. Yes, we work on concepts. They also wrote, put there, put stickers, pictures, work on the effects, reflected, that is important. Yes, very important to reflect and think what's happening around there, then, and also in the world. These are the effects. And they thought about solutions. For example, in this project, we thought, how can we help in our community? Yes, well, having food training access, providing school meals. Well, this is a part of a project that I wanted to share with you. Another one that I wanted to share is about poverty. I'm going to share screen with you. And I'm going to show you, yes, part of the productions that they did there. As you can see, they developed their creativity. Well, in that photos, you can see my students are working with my own laptop, yes, and they were making presentation, digital dictionaries, and developing their creativity there. Also, they, for example, this was related to vocabulary, to food and vegetables. So they drew pictures first. Also, you know, they made a presentation. You know that you can take photos of the pictures they create or they themselves, and then you can upload them in Buncee also. Well, this is when they are working also on this project, also in our virtual field tricks. Then we took picture as post activity. We work on presentations. This is by another Buncee that was photos of Buncee that was created by Italy. Well, now I'm going to show you a bit about what we did also with Buncee. We work with other applications where students had a chance of integrating and developing different skills. For example, we were with Wakelet reflecting. Here we have the questions in the Wakelet, and then students worked on this in the Buncees, making presentations, and also then they wrote, for example, in this case, this is about quality of education and a sustainable goal. They work collaboratively. This was done during remote learning. We connected in Microsoft Teams, and students worked on the collection all together there while we were online in Microsoft Teams, and they wrote, and also we connected during remote learning with Buncee. You know that you can make a schedule a meeting in Buncee there. I don't know if you have seen it. It's on top, and you click and you program a meeting in Teams, and you work on Buncee ideas there. Well, now I'm going to start sharing the screen, and also wanted to share with you part of our global projects. Well, we work on, as I was telling you, with poverty. With different schools of the world, making presentations there. Here we made presentations using different tools. It takes time maybe to load a bit. Well, here also, you know, that the presentations that you have can be used for sharing during connections, and also here, for example, we put all in a paddle with the different countries, with the different presentations, the different applications tools. Here we are using PowerPoint, Buncee. Also, well, I'm going to stop sharing this, and also I wanted to show you our work. Here, well, you can see the students that are presenting. Also, you can see they develop creativity because they are working with different tools. They can make fonts, they can give voice, animation, backgrounds, and also recreate a content. That is important that they give sense to what they are learning. Also, I wanted to share with you our work integrating Fieldgrid and Buncee. Well, we have here we work on different topics. Let's take this, for example, to have a look about zero hunger. Here are my students and different parts of the world. We work on concept, also vocabulary, or related to that. And then we made also the presentations using Buncee. Also, you know that you can have the chance of downloading your presentations in Buncee and then use them in Fieldgrid as backgrounds. Also, when connected with Microsoft Teams, and this is fantastic. Well, I'm going to stop sharing this. And the last thing that I want to share with you.
And Maria, while you share, I think it might be easier if you actually share the entire screen. That way you don't have to, move back and forth.
Yes, I'm going to stop the camera. Oh, yes.
Oh, no, don't worry. And in the meantime, while you're pulling it up, I just want to share that the group loves that you're sharing about how you're app smashing Buncee as well, especially with Wakelet and Flipgrid, because I know those are other, sort of popular tools and even immersive readers. So thank you for sharing that in the meantime. So let me leave you to it.
Yes. May I share a screen or?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, now I'm going to show you, what I wanted to show you a bit was about hunger and have more there. There's so many things. Well, also we work there, yes, with Minecraft. There it is. Sometimes a lot. Well, here what we did was to work on the solutions with Minecraft. As you can see, we developed different skills and students, and we take into account multiple intelligences. Mm. And we have also games that many think maybe, oh, it's Minecraft and they are not learning, but it's not the case, because in that way here, for example, we worked on critical thinking, and also we work with vocabulary. Students wrote there in Minecraft concepts. Here, for example, they developed solutions to prevent hunger. Also, well, you can see them in action. Yeah, yes, they were exactly really when working with this. And one here also, yes, you can see a bit more. When after working with this, also we took pictures of our work, and then in the Buncees we made the presentations to show, and added some animations there. Yes, well, it was really amazing to work with all of them. Well, more or less this is what I have to show you. And well, as I was telling you, collaboration is very important. Yes, and you should give the chance to students to be part of the world and integrate them. It doesn't matter the circumstances. Yes, you can manage.
No, and I think that's a great segue also to Preeti's presentation, because part of the challenge and the reason why, I love the fact that you're sharing all of these different experiences that you have is that I think it's just that where a lot of us start to think that, tools like Buncee, Flipgrid, Wakelet, etc., are, maybe for communities that have stronger internet. And it's not necessarily the case. We can give those opportunities to students no matter what the regions are, right? And so honestly, thank you for sharing that, because I love that your examples are just showing that at the heart, it's really about giving that creativity to the student to be able to visualize what they're learning, but at the same time, being able to feel part of the learning process. And then I love how you supplement it too with, just different app smashes so that they're also getting exposed to different tools rather than just one tool, because, obviously there's so much out there. So thank you for that. And with that, I'm excited to segue to Preeti's presentation, where she'll actually focus a lot more now too on the fact that her students out in India might not have, access to different devices, the access to the like even mobile phones. And so we need to think about different ideas and strategies of how do you get those groups engaged so that they're also partaking, especially in a remote environment. And so with that, I'm excited to bring Preeti here to the stage to be able to share her different examples, experiences, and the work she does even as a mother using Buncee on a personal level. So with that, let me hand it over to you, Preeti.
Hey, hi, thank you. Salam Petang, Malaysia. How are you? I hope you all are doing very well. So, good evening to all the viewers here. I am Preeti Kanthake from India, and I would like to share some ideas how I am and myself and my friends, my students, and everyone is using Buncee in my country. So, let's start. So I will share my screen so that I can share my presentation with you. So myself, Preeti Rao Kanthake, primary educator from India. I work in ZPHS Vishnupuri High School, Nanded, and you can connect with me with my email ID, with my Twitter ID, and Facebook, Skype, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So we can be connected. And next one, I would like to share that I actually have a nature, like funny nature. I love to have fun in my classroom, not only with my family but with my students also. I have fun, and because of this nature, I explore many tools in my classroom, and that's why I come to meet with Ruben and Ida and Maria, the amazing persons in my life. And next one I would like to share, especially with Malaysia, because my parents last year visited Malaysia, and they have a lot of funny memories there, and they just love to have travel Malaysia. So I am also expecting to visit Malaysia next year. And let's moving to our subject. I would like to share that in India, in our culture, we really believe that uh, whole world is just like a family. That is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That means the whole world is a family. We all are family members, whether we are in India or Malaysia or Philippines or New York, anywhere you are, but we are just like a family. And this type of feeling we have to develop to the students in the childhood. In the childhood, a primary teacher can develop this scale, the feeling of brotherhood, with the feeling of togetherness in the kid's mind, kid's heart, so that we can be connected with each other. We can feel the empathy for the other person in the other top of the world. So for that we can do different things in our classroom, that we can collaborate with the teachers, with the educators, with the classes along the world. So that is more important to develop the empathy in our student. So I always try to collaborate with the teachers all over the world, and I always try to connect with the people around the world. So I just keep some points in my mind while collaborating. So there are some points I just feel like that these points are important for the teacher to keep in mind to be a good collaborator. You should have a trust and respect to the person whom we are going to collaborate, and willingness is most important thing. You should have something in your mind. We should have to feel like that I am going to do something different in my class with my students, and that passion, that thing can give you more opportunities to do something with your students. And then we have to empower our students, not only our students but also our colleagues also. We can encourage them, we can help them. And next one is communication. We should have a communication with the person, proper communication. Maybe we are from different place, we are having different languages, but we can connect with each other. We can use different tools, and with the help of these tools we can connect and we can communicate and we can exchange our knowledge and culture and everything. Whatever you are going to collaborate with the person, with the class, with the culture of the other side. You have to a clear purpose, focus on the clear purpose, how and what we are going to collaborate for that. And again, the most important thing, we have to manage our time, as we are from different countries, we are from different time zones, so we have to think about this thing also, because the other class may be in different time zone, and we have to manage that time also. Many times myself and Maria are not able to connect our classes because she is having a different time zone, and I'm having different, exactly opposite time zone. So that is the main problem we are facing. But still Maria managed her time. She has spent sleepless nights for my class to meet and to for collaborate with my class. And the next one is, I just think that is important, is understanding between the uh, persons who are the classes who are going to collaborate. We are having different situations also. Maybe some students have lots of opportunities, lots of tools and things, everything they can have, but sometimes some students do not have the opportunities. They may be having less tools in their schools, so that is also a problem. So many times myself also faced that problem, and I have find the way to collaborate with my colleagues. When I connected with Maria, many times I don't have the mobile phone with us to play a game like a Kahoot. So many times my colleagues, my principal sir cooperated with me, and they just gave their mobile phones. We just collect all the teachers' mobile phones and give to the students, and we have played different games, different activities we have conducted in our classroom. And next one is be supportive to the person who is in front of you, and feel free to explore whatever we are having. Just start from your local, just just start from your own. Who am I? What is the what is where I am belonging, my surrounding. Start from the local to be a global. Many of the people in the world are eager to know about you, so don't hesitate, don't feel shy to explore yourself. Who, where are you from, and how and in which situation you are teaching. And again, the last one, not but not the least, give feedback and appreciation. That is also an important point. Whenever we are collaborating with the person, with the class, with the teacher, just try to appreciate them, their work, which will be give an inspiration to collaborate to the teacher next, to the teacher for the next time. And now I would like to show some uh, pictures of my students which we have collaborated with the teacher Maria. Though we are in different time zone, we are having too many problems: problem of access, problem of internet, problem of tools. Many times I have carried my laptop, my own laptop, personal, to the school, and I have carried that laptop to class to give them a chance to collaborate with the world. Even my students do not have a mobile phone at their home, so that is the main problem most of the teachers may have. I don't know if you are having or not, but these type of problems everyone have, and we just have to find the way. We just have to find the uh, opportunities. We just have to create the opportunities for our students by our own. So this way we have collaborated, and though we are from a small town, from our school is from small town, we have traveled near about more than 25 countries virtually, and near about 325 classes we have connected for the collaboration and for the doing different projects and all. And next thing I would like to share that nowadays, when we are in a lockdown, we are not having the school since 5 months. So students are at home, and myself cannot connect with the students because they are not having that much facilities at their home. So I just try to connect with the parents and ask them to send their whatever the homework I am giving, ask them to send to me on WhatsApp, and I just create the presentation on Buncee, and I can explore, I can download the PDF, and I am sharing that with my students and parents, and they just love to see their work in Buncee presentation in a different manner, with a different uh, what can we say, with a different animations, with a different presentation. They just love to see their work in this type of presentation, Buncee cards. So my students are having fun with their family, so that also I would like to share that they are having a fun, and they are spending a quality time with their family. So I just created this Buncee to share to the parents, so that parents just feeling like how sweet my daughter is looking, how sweet my son is looking. And this presentation, not only the kids but parents also loving, and they are also eager to use this Buncee for their kids also. And whenever my students used to study at home, parents just love to click their videos, click their pictures, and they just send me, and they just want to see that that in Buncee cards how and creatively I can present them, because they don't have that much tools to use in their home. So this way I can explore my work, and this is giving inspiration to my kids to study at home, and daily they are eager to know what my teacher is going to show me on the next day. So this way we are using Buncee in my without having the classes, but also we are having this way, this different way we are using. uh, During the lockdown period, my daughter has just have an idea that why don't we do some project with Buncee. So she just shared an idea with her friends that what you are doing at sitting at your home, what you are doing, how you are spending the time. So one of the student, Sarthak Poddar, have shared what he is doing at home. He just shared some presentation, some pictures he has drawn at home while spending the time with family. And my daughter also love to draw some sketches, so she also uh, drawn different sketches and shared that Buncee cards with her friends, which just love to see, and they are sharing different ideas, whatever they are doing at home. My daughter has spent near about shared near about 10 to 15 ideas with her friends to collaborate with each other. They just share the dishes they are cooking at home, the dresses they are wearing, the plants they are planting nowadays, because it's a monsoon here in India. So they are having different ideas in their mind, and they are just spending quality time doing the Buncee cards in this lockdown period when they are not having the school. And my daughter, I am proudly like to say that the two kids I can see, one is Sehaj from Delhi, and one is Gargi, my daughter from Maharashtra. They both are sharing their ideas with the classes, with the teachers, with the students around around the city, around the world. And they are doing sessions to teach them how to use Buncee. And most of the times I saw that they are exchanging their culture, their geographical background, the festivals around the world, the food we eat. Maybe other country have a different food, and we are having a different food item, so we just can share the real picture, the animation and everything, the uh, recipe also we can share with the with creative Buncee cards. So that is the really lovely idea to share. And they are also sharing their hobbies and everything. They are doing the presentation, and this is really making the fun while they are doing different activities. So thank you so much for having me, and I would love to connect with you in future also. Maybe the this Malaysia Buncee Malaysia week is not uh, on the last day we are here, but no problem. We can connect again. Also, we can you can connect with me on Twitter, on email, and I am planning for some beautiful projects in future. So I would like to connect with the people around the world on Buncee creation. So thank you so much for having me. Now I would like to hand over to the Ida. Thank you.
Well, honestly, thank you so much, Preeti. Our
Thank
community here is definitely your message resonates with everybody, especially given the context of your situation with your students. So thank you for sharing your experiences. So we have just a few more minutes, but before we facilitate a question and answer, I just wanted to actually share my screen for other examples, more specifically about the global collaboration component. So let me just do that quickly. And so with that, um, so I'm just gonna quickly share here some examples from the community that have been put together. So if you can already see my screen, so right now on my screen is the Buncee board. So the Buncee board got covered quite a bit in this conversation as well. So throughout the week, you learned about how to create a Buncee and how engaging and creative it can be. But the Buncee board, just to clarify, is a way for you to actually create collections of Buncee creations. And so the power behind the Buncee board is that not only can you also put all of the different resources that you've made in one location, but the power behind it is in the spirit of digital citizenship. And so as you create this Buncee board as an educator or as a student, first of all, you can actually use it to create a community around your class. So within the class itself, where your students can actually post each of their different work with one another, but at the same time, they can engage in discussion. So they can leave comments, they could give feedback, and even more moving beyond that, they could actually share this board depending on your privacy setting that you set, to the world beyond. So this is just an example of how some of the folks in the community are actually using it to share a little bit more about themselves. So I know in the beginning we touched about, a little bit about me's. So just to, quickly walk through here, what you'll notice is that in this Buncee board collection that Christina Holtzweiss is actually sharing, her badges, a business card about herself. So she shared, all of her successes, and then just going through, you'll see other examples of what other educators have shared. So I thought this is just a great example of how folks are using, the Buncee board to also connect together and grow their personal learning network. So if you'd like to contribute to this board, we'll actually share that in the chat hereafter. Other examples is that, the Buncee business card is a way for you to connect as educators, but big questions are, how do we connect our students, in the broader world that we find ourselves in? And so this is an example of a Buncee board where students actually, similar to exactly what Maria was describing, which is the fact that she has her students create Buncees to express their understanding and knowledge around the sustainable development goals, including poverty, education, water infrastructure, having them think about real world problems and putting it on a Buncee. What students did in this one, actually from different countries around the world, including India, there's folks from Russia, US, of course, Vietnam, etc. So people around the world, these students actually shared their understanding of, different sustainable development goals, especially with how it reflects on their environment. So I thought this is just another neat example of how you can actually bring this global collaboration to your class. And I'll do a super quick click through here, but the students are sharing in their own respective areas, what they think sustainable development really means to them. And this student in particular was talking about agriculture. So sort of the power behind this is that our students now have the opportunity in a very safe environment to be able to share their work with one another. And so as you wait for Preeti's global collaboration project that she's looking for, or will be launching with Sumedha, who I think is also in the audience, you'll have your students have that opportunity to share their knowledge about sustainable development and how it affects the world around them, and then be able to post in the board and include other students around the world so that they can learn and grow with one another as students. And then just quickly, last few ones that I just want to quickly share is that I know I mentioned this, I believe, on day 4 of our conference or our event itself, but other students or teachers are using it to connect as classrooms with one another. And this one in particular is about how a classroom used Buncee to really get their students to get in love with reading and writing. And so the way that this educator had done so is he had his class based in New York. He's Michael Drezick, who's one of the folks in our community, but he had his class actually create a page to a book. And the hope was that in the Buncee board is to have other students across the world also share their their next page to this overall book. So what you'll notice on this board are just different examples of pages for an entire book that were made by different classes around the world. So this one, in fact, actually traveled 23,000 miles. So I'll do a quick click through here too. But what was amazing is that it started off with a story about Abby's awesome adventure. And then as you go through the next pages, and I'll quickly run through, is that the first class of students actually put this all together. They decided to add their own audio, they added stickers, they made the first part of a story. And so that's what's represented here. And then as you go to the next pages of the story, and what you'll notice too is that the next class actually built on the last student's class. And so it got really creative, not just within a class itself, but also for other classrooms to then collaborate with the classes, the other classes that create the next page. And so what you'll notice as I click through this board is that the next page is created by the next class and the next class. So I thought this was an awesome collaboration idea that was made, by Michael Drezick, but, for you to be able to connect as, building stories together as communities. And then the last one I really did want to share is that what I'm really proud about for the Buncee boards is that people are using it really just to be able to connect as a community. And so this is just an example made by 3 of our ambassadors, which is Barbie Monty, Christina Holzweiss, and Amy Storer, based in based in US rather. But what they did was use Buncee boards as an opportunity to also be able to share their thanks and gratitude for the world of heroes that are around us who have been supporting us all throughout COVID-19 challenges. And each of the different Buncees that you'll see in this board are actually contributed by people across the world, where everyone was sharing their thanks in a Buncee, whether they recorded a video, they made a card, they made different graphics. And this entire board got shared to various hospitals and even educators, basically people that have been helping us all throughout the challenging time. And so these are just interesting ways that I've seen Buncee boards being used to be able to connect not just on a classroom level, but also on a global scale. And in more, particular senses is really about how people are using it beyond just, education. It's really about building those human connections. And so with that, I wanted to bring back to sort of a close here, with our presenters, some of the different questions that folks have been sharing with us. And I know largely it's been about the app smashing and such, but it looks like all of our questions have really been answered. And so to bring it to an official close, because we only have just a few minutes left, I wanted to actually share our giveaway winners. And so our giveaway for one of the 4 that we announced today, the giveaway winner for the recorded Buncee, I'll share it in just a moment, but I really want to thank everyone for tuning into this session. I really appreciate you, Preeti, for sharing your experiences beyond what we've been doing, in the last few days, as well as you, Maria, because our hope was that as you all tune into each of the days of this week, that we're able to bring it full circle, where you don't just learn about, Buncee, how you actually use it, but really understanding it in different applications. So whether that's STEM, literacy, at the same time, like I mentioned, also in helping you to nurture that sense of belonging in the classroom, and even just making learning accessible. So with you too, I'm really appreciative of the time you took, as well as Go, to help us take it to the next level, where we now think beyond just the classroom and think about how we actually can connect students in a local environment and also globally. So thank you so much for your strategies, the experiences that you've shared with us. And so with that, I just want to announce our giveaway winner for the recorded video feedback. So I'm actually going to just take a moment to share my screen here again, but in this instance, what you'll win, and I'll just clarify here, is you'll actually win a Buncee t-shirt. So we'll be sharing that over. So thank you so much to everyone who submitted their videos. These videos included folks that were sharing how they use Buncee, what strategies that they're taking through, and at the same time, just different examples that they've been able to and so we should be able to see my screen. Let me just, all right, so I'm just gonna quickly share this video. So yes, thank you for the winner over here. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I realized I actually didn't share my screen, so I'm going to do that again. So give me a moment here. So now you should see my screen. So I'm going to do that over. All right. So thank you to the person who submitted this. Her name is Ong HF. All right. So that is the winner for our recording video giveaway. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. So it looks like I'm having some tech issues here, but in any case, thank you so much for sharing your video with us. We really appreciate everyone who participated, not just for our giveaways, but also throughout this week. It's been such a pleasure to have you all with us, and I'm really excited to be able to get to keep connected with you and also learn and grow with one another. And so with that, I want to share my thanks again to our presenters for today, but also throughout the week, and also to Ruban at inspire.my for hosting us today. And so thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciative of everyone tuning in. So with that, let me pass it back to Ms. Delega and the Inspire team. Yes, and I see some of the comments coming in. So honestly, as you all tune in, it's been such a pleasure because I know we're tuning in from different countries in the world. I know that we've had about 15 other countries of participants joining us. And so I'm very appreciative of everyone taking the time to tune in. And so it looks like with that, we're going to end the show. But in any case, really, thank you to everyone for tuning in. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you on August 3 to 5th for our upcoming Creative Beginnings event. So we'll stay tuned, and thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you, Niseda, and thank you all the Buncee team and all the presenters throughout the week, and especially to this presenter, Maria and Preeti, for the great explanation about Buncee and all the ideas. And congratulations to all the winners. Dear viewers, please stay tuned for our another session or another Buncee program. And dear educators, please fill in your attendance from based on the link that is appearing on the screen. And thank you so much. We'll meet you all again. Bye.
All right, I am back. So if you're still tuning in and live here with us, this is the Buncee After Party show. So first of all, I did want to reiterate my thanks to everyone for tuning in. On the bottom of the screen, you will see our attendance form. I know that there's several questions about it. But in this instance, you'll still be able to receive your registration form, and at the same time, your registration form, your certificate for attendance. At the same time, like I mentioned, as for the previous days of the event, you'll also be getting the giveaway award. So really, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate everyone's time and consideration for this entire event. I think we had a few different tech issues, so I apologize for that. But honestly, really thankful for your participation, and we hope to have you join us again. And so, yeah, so, thank you for joining me for the after party here, Maria. Yes.
Do you want to take a picture? We take a picture.
Yes.
Hi.
So
I will take one and then I'm going to send it to you. What is
so,
yes, yes.
मोबाईल कॅमेरा ऑन करून दे पटकन.
all right. So as part of this after party, I just want to ensure that everyone is able to fill in this form. And so if you have any questions, please reach out to me. My name is Ida Jimenez again, and my email is idac@buncee.com. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on August 3 to 5. And with that, it's definitely over, and we'll see you very soon on the next few weeks of events that we have ahead. All right, take care. Bye-bye.